and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody here this evening. Present tonight, myself, Don Keefe, Vice President George Chico, Trustee Jennifer Leone, our Fire Chief, Rich Peterson is in attendance, our intern Superintendent, Road Superintendent Jimmy May is here, Zoning Inspector Jeff Shipman, and our Fiscal Officer Todd Bosley. Rich, you're up to bat, buddy.
First item is a resolution to approve the employment status change of firefighter paramedic Dave Hallis from part-time to full-time at an hourly rate of $21.50 effective August 1st, 2022.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes.
Don. Yes.
Second resolution, approve the employment status change of firefighter paramedic Chris Hallis from part-time to full-time at an hourly rate of $21.50 effective 7/16/22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
And those fill 2 vacancies that were vacant out of the 6 full-times.
So are they brothers?
Father and son.
Oh, father and son.
Yeah.
You're making the same amount per hour.
One smart kid.
Good for you.
And then we'll do this starting at our next meeting.
Okay.
And then third item is resolution to accept the resignation of firefighter Adam Gladys effective 7/14/22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
That's it, thank you.
Thanks, Rich. Moving on to road, Jamie.
Under roads, resolution to approve the July 14th, 2022 road report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes. All right, Todd, you're up.
Okay, number 5, approve the minutes for the June 23rd, 2022 trustees meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
Number 6, approve assessment for 9055 Columbus Road demolition to be assessed by the county auditor for parcels number 33-02665 and parcel 33-02666 and parcel 33-02667, assessment in the amount of $9,550 plus fees of $250.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
Number 7, approve payment to Ohio Billing for June 2022 invoice in the amount of $2,511.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
Number 8, approve payment to Stark County Metropolitan Sewer District for 2 invoices in the total amount of $997.90.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George. Yes. Don.
Yes.
That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Todd. Anybody here to speak with concerns of the citizens this evening? Great. Okay, moving on to the trustees. Tonight, we're going to have a slight...
Zoning. You skip.
Huh?
Skip.
Zoning.
Oh, man, I was in a hurry. Sorry,
You can
Jeff.
tell.
Number 9, zoning, please.
Resolution to accept the July 14, 2022 zoning report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yes.
George.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
And then, resolution 10, accept the June 2022 monthly audit report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer.
Yep.
George.
Yes.
Don.
Yes. Okay, now I can catch up with myself. We're tonight, Andy Leitch is from Oton. I'm sorry. It's like on my phone it has Andy. He's gonna go over a couple things with us. He's looked over the policy very well. He's talked with our fire chief and talked with our road department. There's some things we had to change. We were underinsured with a few items that Andy's taken and adjusted for us, so we're covered now. And he's gonna go over a couple things with us, and we can get a resolution to pass this and move on.
Thank you very much.
Anybody?
Thank you.
You need one for Todd.
I give Todd,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna give Rich one, and then there's
Alright, so I tried to keep it short and sweet with you guys to just kind of go over the main differences here. On page 3, you'll see the comparison chart I did for you guys. I left this very broad. It's more detailed and a little bit further back, but this is just the main differences from your previous policy to your current. Okay, so as you can see, with Rich, Rich and I had a great conversation. With couldn't have done this without his help, especially for the fire department. He felt the buildings were underinsured, so we ran what we call core logic reconstruction report. And so you guys have all those, there's copies of those for you guys in there. So the values that you see under the Ontario 2022 are those new values, okay? So there was an increase of $2.7 million. That's how much was missing. Total, right. So we added that amount of coverage to the buildings. So in the proposal, those are the values that will be on your proposal, okay? And then you see the personal property value, that increased 38 grand. That was for the UV machine that is in the fire station. So we moved that to the building coverage. So that's why there's a difference there. In the marine, that's your tractors, all the fire equipment, everything else, okay? That was the hardest one. So I kind of just summarized the notes there. There was 11 items that we deleted. We added and updated values on 16 different items. So there was a lot of movement, a lot of change within that. So the list that you see in the back is the updated list. I hope there's no changes for it. And then you can see the auto physical damage. So that's the replacement of the vehicles. That was the biggest impact on that was the remaining 6 fire vehicles. So I believe it was all 3 ambulances, the 2 tankers, and then the brush truck, are now on replacement cost. Okay, so that's all accounted for. So overall, when you look at a total insured value, you're getting $3.6 million more coverage. Okay.
We don't have our new ambulance, obviously. Figured
Once
in
you
there-
get the new ambulance, that's where we would.
Yeah, we have a tractor coming too.
Okay.
Got one of those too.
Yeah, so once we get those, all you're gonna do is email me everything, and then we'll send out. With the ambulance, we would have to do an endorsement, so that one, there would be an additional charge for that one. The tractor would not get charged until the renewal next year.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how it is with most, like for Jamie especially, like all the road. Rich, I'm sorry, but they do charge for all the fire equipment that you had throughout the year. But anything else, any type of tractor, if you guys build a storage building or anything, that's not charged until the following renewal year, okay? But we'll be able to adjust it and get that for you guys on that, okay? And then just kind of additional notes for you guys there. So you guys used to have the surety bonds, okay? So I was not sure of the cost that you guys paid because of everybody listed under those. So each individual person, there's a cost associated with each bond. With faithful performance of duty, it's a $260 annual charge for everybody. Okay, so I'm fairly certain that is a lot cheaper than what you guys are paying,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cancel ours, and then do we get our money back?
I don't know.
You get a prorated refund.
Yeah.
Yeah, on all surety bonds, you'll get a prorated refund.
We'll need to make sure we do
Making
that.
note of that,
Once
Got it.
we take effect tomorrow, we can cancel those.
Tonight at midnight, 12:01, yeah. So you could cancel them effective Todd 7/15.
Okay.
Fine. And then you guys get your prorated refund on that and go on.
And that is for Todd, the 3 of us, and then Kelly, correct? That would be the 5. We cancel those?
Well, I don't know, cause you got Jamie on there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You had additional people
Yeah,
on the
okay,
app.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
bigger,
I'm trying to think who
most
else
expensive.
Don put on the app.
I don't know.
Be us 3, Todd, Kelly,
Kelly.
Jamie.
I don't know if we put Rich on there.
I guess we should
I'll take care of it, I'll
Okay.
pull
We
everybody.
can add Rich, it's no big deal, okay?
Could you let us know how many we had, just
Yeah.
so we all know for our own knowledge?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then do you guys need, well, for Todd or Jamie and them, the benefit of the faithful performance of duty, okay, because I don't know if you guys alluded to them,
No.
the benefits. So when you guys are under a bond, and there's a finding against you, so, you know, misplace of money, whatever, the bonding company is gonna make the township whole again, and they're gonna come after you personally to get reimbursed for those funds. And this is an honest mistake, we're not talking about a criminal act here. So they're gonna come after you personally under the surety bonds. With faithful performance of duty, it is insurance. There's an insurance claim. OTARMA is reimbursing the township. Your personal assets are no longer associated with any type of mistake, you know? Because a lot of people have the feeling like, if I make an honest mistake, I didn't steal the money, why should I be penalized personally for this mistake, right? So, that is the huge benefit to you guys. And it is saving the township money too. So there is benefits in that as well. So, the other big change that you guys are gonna get, you'll see right below the bonds, is you guys do now have a cyber policy, okay? So that comes with a $7 million cyber liability. So that's third party, where the township is not directly affected. Could be, you know, Todd, maybe you have employee records or vendor records, and, you know, hacker gets in there and gets all that stuff, creates identities. That's a third party liability, okay? So that's where that is. There's no deductible associated with that. The biggest one is the breach. That's where you guys get, you know, your system's held ransom, and, you know, there's all that, you hear all the war stories about that, right? Everybody knows about what happened at, I forget the name, up in Summit County. It was like $1.3 million that got taken.
Oh, wow.
Like 3 years ago. Yeah, so the fiscal officer was just doing work on township computer, on a public Wi-Fi. Hacker got all the passwords for all the bank accounts, and it was $1.3 million that was wired out. They were out $275,000 because they did not have a cyber policy. Okay, in that same scenario with you guys, the max you would get would be the $250,000. Okay, now with them, it involved Homeland, FBI, because that money was wired to a terrorist organization. So they got all involved and got a lot of it back, but still, that township was out a lot of money for that. Okay, so that's a huge benefit for you guys. I mean, if you had to put a cost on that, the township this size, maybe 5 to 10 grand. Okay, if you had to go out in the marketplace,
Right.
you know. And then with OTARMA, you guys get the more grants. I put individual things in your guys' folders there for you. So, but just to touch on it, it's $500 that the township gets reimbursed for safety equipment. Could be for the road, it could be for fees to go to the conference, whatever. There's a list of examples in there that you guys can, and those aren't to go to, it could be anything.
Okay.
As long as you're justifying, it's making the township safer. And then we go down a little bit low, then Rich gets $1,000 for the fire department for his safety equipment as well, reimbursement, and that's per calendar year, okay? So, those are gonna be the main changes there. And then the premiums, so I just put it at 42 even. I don't know what you guys exactly paid when you guys did your 2022 policy.
With
Tokyo Version.
it was 42, but we paid them 21, and we canceled it because we did a
Right.
6-month payment.
You did a 6-month, but I didn't know if she gave you a renewal for the 22-23 term, and then you guys only did a 6-month payment.
That's what we did.
Right, so I don't know what that, like, what'd you pay in 6 months?
We gave her a check for 21.
For 21 even?
Right.
Okay.
Well, 21 and not,
It was 21 and change or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I played it safe, I just put 42 grand, okay?
Okay.
Just to be able to compare.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Okay, so with OTARMA, you're at 44,519.
Right.
So for an additional 2519, you're getting, you know, and I don't know what you guys are gonna get back for your bonds and whatnot, and what that savings is as well.
Right.
With the grants, you know, it's almost like a wash. I mean,
But we get.
You're getting everything
But we
else.
were under insurance.
yeah, you were underinsured, so you're getting that $3.6 million of additional
Right.
insurance, a cyber program, you know,
Faithful performance.
faithful performance. There's a lot of, you know, a long list of items that you guys are getting.
And then you said next year at the renewal,
You will
we
get,
can get the 5 to 5.5%.
yeah, it depends on how many, so as we keep adding members, that percentage goes down.
Okay.
Cause right, as of now, we're at like 1,067 townships in the state are members of Otama. So as that number grows, there's only a certain pool of money, and as the membership grows, it has to get dispersed.
Now, what if we'd have a claim within our first year, are we ineligible for the?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
so that's, has no bearing?
Nope.
Okay.
So, and then just, if you guys want me to go over all these limits and everything,
We're good.
you guys are good. Okay.
Andy, I do got one question.
Yes, sir.
On this invoice,
Yes.
is here at the bottom of it, it has increased liability limits, is there something you need to tell us about?
No, that is if you guys want the option to go to 8 million, 9 million, or 10 million.
Pay per million, you know,
Per million
fee per
increase,
million
you
going
want-
up.
Right.
Coverage, this is how much more it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, I
Correct.
think we're at 7 million.
Correct, you're at 7.
So if we wanna go to 8 million, it's that extra amount.
745,
Right.
we're gonna serve 41.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Andy, thanks for all the work, you've
Yeah.
done a lot of work.
thank you.
What's the Otama standard?
Thanks.
Ohio Township.
So we need a resolution then
Right.
to amend the renewal for the, The premium. because we said not to exceed 38,000, so we need the actual
I thought it
amount.
was 40.
Nope,
38.
38.
Okay, my fault.
Was it, do you know, Todd?
I have an invoice here for $44,519.
Great, but we passed a resolution last meeting.
When we switched the insurance policy not to exceed,
Oh, I see.
then we realized the buildings were underinsured, so we have to increase that.
Yeah, we said not to exceed 38, but it's 42, or 44, sorry.
I'll give you the number.
Yeah, we need it exactly.
Yeah, because Rich and I did that after.
Yeah.
You guys passed that.
Yeah, that's for the,
You wanna make it?
Yeah.
that's the new one.
Okay, so, I, make a resolution to approve, the Ohio Township Association Risk Management Insurance, effective 7/15/2022 for the revised amount of $44,519.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, voting please.
Jennifer?
Yes,
George? Yes. Don?
Yes. Okay. Andy, thanks for all the work.
Thank you.
You know what you need to sign everything, right? I think Todd has
I
it.
got it right here.
you got it?
Oh, you still have it? You got a copy.
Yeah, I signed it
There are
already.
3 things, correct? And I don't think you guys gotta sign anything.
No, it's either Todd or Don, one of the two.
One before you leave, you wanna say?
Todd needs the invoice back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give them that.
I mean, you can either give it to me or you can email it to me tonight. I don't care. It's entirely-
I got it right here. Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that number
Do we need a copy of that?
for resolution. We got it. Go ahead.
Do you want me to scan it and send it to you?
I'll
Yeah,
scan
we-
it, I can scan it right here. No, I'm meeting next week, so we will meet next.
That one up.
Okay.
Then once you get back, Andy, if you would, then I'll swing it to everybody, then, yeah, make sure I got them right before we take that here. Okay, item 12, we do not have to meet on it for executive tonight, so, could I get a motion for adjournment here?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, voting please. Jennifer?
Yes.
George? Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you everybody for coming.